Crasher is ready for some vehicular-based combat with today's game, Spy Hunter, for your NES. Let's go ahead and take Spy Hunter. Let's pop it in my NES and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Spy Hunter was published by Sunsoft and carries a copyright year of 1987. It is based on the 1983 Bally Midway arcade game. The back of the box says the following. It's one of the longest running hits in video game history, and it's picking up right where it left off, you at the arcade. There's terror at every turn. Tire slashers, smoke screens, oil slicks, torpedoes, bomb-dropping helicopters standing in your way of the most diabolical collection of enemy agents ever to hit a video screen. Check out the graphics, those explosive sound effects, and the most incredibly manic action you've ever seen. Try to tell yourself they're not really shooting to kill, that the hope of the entire free world isn't riding on your every move, that it's all just a game. Then we've got you right where we want you. Wow, that description almost makes Sunsoft sound like an evil villain in a horror movie using video games to target victims. Spy Hunter is a vertically moving vehicle shooter for one player only with only one mode of difficulty, which I would call frustratingly insane difficulty. For the controls, use a D-pad to move, pressing up to go faster and down to go slower. You can tap up or down to try to change acceleration in smaller increments, but let me tell you, it's real easy to go from 0 to 900 in an instant. The B button activates your unlimited use machine gun. The A button activates your limited special weapon. Two go behind you, the oil slicks and smoke screens. The missiles go in front of you and only target helicopters, which you need to be lined up with just right to shoot down. You get one of these weapons by entering a marked semi-truck from behind, and be advised, you need to be lined up just right in order to do so. If you happen to get more than one special weapon, you can switch between them with the select button, which rotates through the letters on the upper left that signify you have a special weapon at your disposal. But as mentioned before, these are limited use, and there's no meter to tell you how much you have left. If you lose a life, you lose your specials as well. Your enemies are in dark blue. They include tire slashers, which can extend blades from their tires, and limousines, which can have someone shoot at you from the sides. You can destroy them with your machine guns. Bulletproof bullies are immune to your guns, but you can use your specials on them or try to ram them off the road. Helicopters drop bombs, which create craters that you want to avoid, and only your special missiles can take them out. Innocent vehicles will also be on the road. If you destroy them with your weapons, your score will flash and your ability to earn points will temporarily be frozen. You can also switch to a boat. Staying to the left helps you reach the boathouse the fastest in my experience. Once again, you have dark blue boat enemies that either fire torpedoes or drop explosive barrels. You won't be earning or using special weapons while you're in the boat, but you can exit the boat from the river at certain parts to return to your car. When the game starts, you have a timer counting down on the bottom right. During this time, you have unlimited lives. If you manage to earn at least 10,000 points before the timer runs out, you can get an extra life. And then you can earn an extra life every 30,000 points up to 5 extra lives. You score points for the distance traveled and enemies destroyed. You lose a life when you're hit by an enemy weapon or if you crash into something, including the sides of the road at a high speed. As you progress, you can face more and more enemies, have more enemies approach from behind, and even encounter different terrains like snowy roads with clumps of ice. There is no actual ending to the game, but your game will end when you run out of lives with no ability to continue. Graphically speaking, the game looks solid. The sounds are fine and there's a nice rendition of the Peter Gunn theme, but unfortunately, it only plays sporadically, leaving a lot of the game sounding pretty barren. Family-friendly wise, the game will most likely get an E for everyone rating if it was released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $7 loose, $43 complete, and $600 new, with a small bump in value if you have the earlier version with the 5 screws on the back instead of the later 3 screw setup. So what do I think of Spy Hunter for the NES? Is it worth playing today? I'm not sure about this one. I did have some fun with it, but unfortunately I also encountered a lot of frustration. The changes in speed can be drastic, making it hard to control. Outside of your initial timer, the game is really skimpy on lives, and with many narrow passages, it can be easy to lose those lives quickly. Thankfully, I found a cheat code that gives you 10 lives and a stock of all your specials by holding down right plus A plus B and select and then start at the beginning, but you will lose lives while the initial timer is counting down. This allowed me to enjoy more of the game, but honestly, the game should have given you more lives to start with anyway, or at least allowed you to continue a few times. So it's one of those games that I could play again, but I don't know if I actually will. So where am I going to rank Spy Hunter for the NES? Among other NES games I previously reviewed, it's going in the 50s. I think I'd rather be playing basic old baseball at 56, but I will put this over 10-Yard Fight at 57. So out of the 69 games I've now ranked for the NES, Spy Hunter is driving into the 57 position. Spy Hunter on the NES is a little too hard for its own good, but that's just what I think. What do you think? Do you like this game? Do you have any memories of it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos such as this one and you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe. Drop a comment below, and for mega supporters, either become a channel member or sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, especially when changing speeds.